Hello, my fourth grade vocabulary friends. It is time for us to go over our vocabulary words dealing with the elements of poetry. Now, if you're unfamiliar, just tune in. And as you keep listening, the more you hear it, the more you see it, the better you understand. So let's get started. Dialogue. Words or sentences spoken by a character in a poem, play, or story. Here are some examples. "We're starving," shouted Beckett. "Line up for lunch," said Miss Griffith. Abby asked, "When is recess?" "I want to go home," whispered Weston. Excerpt. It's a small part of a large work. For example, one chapter of a novel or one paragraph of a newspaper article. Let's look at an example. Just those two paragraphs would be considered an excerpt. Infer. To reach a reasonable conclusion based on available evidence. Her eyes filled with tears as she stared at the broken toy. So what can we infer? The character is sad about the toy. Line. Basic unit of a poem. Together, lines form a stanza. So, let's look at one line in this poem. "The tires on my bike are flat." Now, can you count how many lines are shown in this poem? Correct, 4 lines. Stanza. Section of a poem consists of a line or groups of lines. Now, we can look at the box. Inside the box is a stanza. How many stanzas do we have in this poem now? Great job. A total of 4 stanzas. Stanza break. Stanza break, blank spaces dividing 2 stanzas from each other. So if you look at the colored area, that would be considered a stanza break. Alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of sounds at the beginning of several words in order or near one another. The sly snake slithers slowly in the sand. Or Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Or she sells seashells by the seashore. Or I bought a bag of big bell peppers. Those are examples of alliteration. Dedication is a note in or after the title that shows the author wrote the poem for a special person. Let's look at an example. Dedicated to my mother, Dorothy Marie Schmick Peters, who had endless faith in me and never failed to celebrate and affirm me as a writer. Repetition. Saying the same letters, sounds, or words over and over again. Let's look at the repetition of which. How many times do you see which in this poem? In the poem, it's 8 witches, but if you count the title, it's 10. Slant rhyme. Words that share only the final consonant sounds. Let's look at the words I highlighted. Unbeatable, invincible, unstoppable, impossible, bubble, and incredible. Do you hear the bulls at the end of the word? They may not be perfect rhymes, but they share a specific sound. Content. The message of a poem or other text. The poem itself. Form. The structure or appearance of a poem or other text. The form of this poem looks like a foot. You can also talk about rhymes, how many lines, how many stanzas, the specific parts of a poem. You're talking about the form of a poem. Free verse. A poem with no rhyme scheme or set pattern of beats. Candy makes your teeth rot. TV makes your brain rot. Air makes the salad rot. Time makes the fruit rot. And hate makes your heart rot. No rhyme, no rhythm. It is a wonderful free verse poem. Figurative language. Words or phrases that mean more than their dictionary definition. Similes and metaphors are 2 examples. Here's an example of figurative language. I told you 1,000,000 times to clean up your room. Did she really tell her 1,000,000 times, or did she tell her several times? I think you're correct. Several. 1,000,000 times is a whole lot of times. Literal meaning. The dictionary definition of a word. Cheetahs run quickly. It means what it says. Metaphor. Comparison that does not use like or as. Here are some examples. Remus is a pig when he eats. She is an angel. Simile. Comparison using the word like or as. He is as cool as a cucumber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging in there with me for the elements of poetry. Remember, if you ever want to review, it is okay to look at it over and over and over again. Like I say, make sure you practice every day. Bye-bye.